pressed it.
It's live from New York City! Woo!
It's Saturday night? It's not Saturday night.
It's Friday night, and it's not live from New York City. It's live from Idaho. We all live in Idaho, guys. So if you're gonna dox anyone, you'll have to find my Idahoan address, because we all live together.
I'm so incredibly happy that I do not live in Idaho.
I'm trying to save you a doxing right now.
You know, if they're gonna dox me, go for it at this point, because they're not going to come to this city if they know what's good for them. No one needs to come to this city.
Like says, I do not live in Idaho. Aha, I know exactly where you are then.
Yeah, there's only 49 other U.S. states and multiple other countries.
There's literally countless other places. Yes, now I know your IP address. I can use geoguessing.
There are only two places you could have possibly been.
Idaho and not Idaho.
Idaho? Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
50-50
Idaho.
shot. I'm getting it right.
No, it's just Idaho and Idaho Plus.
Oh no, I've told everybody that I live in Idaho Plus, Idaho Prime.
Yeah, well, that's because everywhere else is a step up from Idaho. So I mean, really, if you live anywhere else. I went to
I'll be right
Cleveland,
back. I need to get
Ohio.
water. Make sure your character
I was in
sheets are
Cleveland,
open.
Ohio, and that is better than Idaho. if you
Oh,
ask
you're
me.
right. Make sure my character sheet's open is a good call out. I did not have that open.
Oh yeah, hey, by the way, anyone who doesn't have a character sheet open,
At least I actually have a character sheet this time, and I'm not just making shit up.
yeah, don't worry, Zoe. I won't bother you about a character sheet. Not yet. Not yet.
I have
Yeah.
it open. I have it open, you bastard.
Guys, I was
No, don't
getting
worry,
my cup
Zoe.
of water, and I just had
Don't worry, Zoe.
the biggest realization, the newest
I know
Petornia theory. And this is to rival the OG Petornia is just Elden Ring or Dark Souls. I'm gonna rival that right now.
No,
The true plot of Petornia is just to tell everybody that life can be better than Idaho.
Not again.
Wait, hold on. So what's the Idaho equivalent in Petornia? Do we have like an Idaho?
Do
What
we?
would it be?
What's the
What
worst?
continent?
What is the worst place to live in Petornia?
Mock is pretty bad.
It has to produce killer
I definitely
potatoes, though.
hate Mock.
No, actually, you know what? That's a fun question. Before we actually get into the game, I'm curious what each of you would say the worst place to live in Petornia would be. Where's the worst place to live? Like, let's say you spawned in, you're just there.
For me, Limgut. I hate the
Mm.
cold, and everything
What
there,
workplace?
including the trees, wants to kill you. Apparently.
Nah. The worst place to live is Og. Og does not go like 2 years without somebody trying to take over the kingdom, someone blowing up the kingdom, somebody invading the kingdom, or some fucking cat thing coming and making the sky purple and making people kill each other. Like, Og gets so much shit every single time.
There was that 500-year
There's a world
span of
ending
like
event.
no formal war when everything was just burning.
Yeah.
True, but the unification wars were pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Yeah, but you know,
Pretty bad.
you know.
It didn't
My-
specifically involve Og, but I'm pretty sure Og got razed to the ground like multiple times.
Probably.
Yeah.
It was bad at that.
My personal answer is the Great Sands in its prime. That shit was hot as fuck.
See, that would be perfect for me. We're opposites.
But it's dry hot. It's just
I can do
constant.
dry hot. I can do dry hot all
And
day.
it's wind. It's wind and it's sand.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
That's just where I live. That's Idaho right now. It's just
You're
wind
making
and
fun of
wind
my
and
character's
7 degrees.
birthplace. Actually, no, that's not even his birthplace. Is it? I don't even remember. Whatever, my home country.
You're not even from Og. That's the best part.
Yeah, he's from the Great Sands. I'm not from Og. I hate Og. Og sucks.
You
That's why
actually-
I got sold into slavery.
That's
My
that's
first
actually
experience with Og was getting fucking captured and beat by orcs and then sold into slavery.
That sounds
not
like,
even
really familiar.
Not even the first 5 seconds. Literally enslaved.
it's not even the first experience with Og. The first experience in Petornia. That was the first thing that happened to you.
That sounds really familiar to another party member I've played with.
Hey, it's Nerd here
You
for
really
like
got-
2 seconds. I would like to point out that my first experience in Petornia was getting arrested by a racist cop.
That's also true. Jason's first time in the game was being racially profiled.
Yeah, there was a little less slavery and a little bit more indentured servitude.
Yeah, no, ours was just they wanted us to be slaves, and then I kind of sank a ship and made somebody sick. We're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Also, really super quick, guys. You're all wrong. Idaho and Petornia, it's Petai.
You know what?
Just all of it.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, I haven't clocked in yet. I'm actually on my way to work. But hello.
Hello.
Hi. See everybody.
Bye. All right. Let's get this started. Let's go ahead and put Petornia again.
Have a good session.
All right. So today's session is going to open on a rather cloudy day in New Mistport. Not much has happened. Maybe an hour has passed since the departure of your dear friend Asta, and you are now sort of just surrounded by the architecture and in the damp darkness. There might even be a fog rolling in. Feel free to act or speak as you so desire.
Are we all together?
Yes. I thought I said that, but I might not have.
No, I believe you did. I'm tweaking music volumes and everything, so I'm only halfway present. My bad. Okay. I need to ask Sia. Have you... It sounds like you've dealt with the things with your family in the mountains.
Yes, well, I wanted to direct on this, but I guess things happened. Yeah, I went to the mountains, and there was where I met my dad, my father, and I killed him.
Can I ask for a bit more clarification on that?
Okay, so he was very old, and he was in this group called Arcadia. Arcadia is a group of a bunch of very deadly assassins. Now my dad wanted me to join this group, and he wanted to not live anymore. So he asked me to kill him. So that's 2 birds in 1 stone type of deal.
Did you want to join this group, or did you just do it because you felt that was the right thing to do? I trust your judgment. I'm just curious.
I wanted to, I guess, find out more about who or like why my dad chose the choices he did. And I felt that maybe joining Arcadia will help me see that and, help me become something else. Something that will, someone that will be able to help more, I guess.
I mean, makes sense to me. If it's genuinely what you think will take you on your next steps, I'm excited to see how that unfolds for you.
Me too. Joining a bunch of deadly assassins. Yeah.
Speaking of next steps,
Well,
Ezekiel, have you thought about your next steps, Ezekiel?
Um, Unfortunately, I'm at a bit of a blockage
What
at the
sort of
moment.
blockage?
Yeah, not much has been coming from my research.
Research. Really? What exactly is it that you're researching for it? I'm curious.
I'm searching for infinite knowledge.
Right. I understand that part. Just what exactly have you been doing in your research?
All sorts of things. Any subject you can imagine, I've been going into, hoping to find some secret or clue.
Hmm.
Do you have any potential leads on a direction to take your research? Maybe we can go and gather some resource to, I don't know, open your mind's eye.
Nothing I've figured out so far.
Hmm.
Well, I'd certainly love to help you, but it sounds like don't know where you're going.
Yes, that's exactly the problem.
Infinite knowledge.
Oh,
You know, you are not the first person that I've heard speak on infinite knowledge. I believe once there was a concept, a being of omnidimensional status, I suppose they would call it. Something that exists throughout all moments at once. I wonder if that is a type of omniscience in a way, cognizance of everything that ever was or is, everything that ever could be. I wonder if it's possible to attain such a status. Maybe there's just ramblings, but
where did you hear about this
I don't.
before, V?
Hmm. It was Onscan who mentioned it. I spoke to him when he was a brick in a wall. He described knowing all that has ever taken place, as if his body existed in the present, in the past, and in the future all at once, as if his essence was spread across time and space.
Hmm.
So it sounds like we need to talk to Onscan.
Yes, that does sound like what I'm looking for.
Right. But I would be forewarned. Inasmuch as OnScan is omnidimensional, I believe the other divines have the same property. You may end up sniffing on one of their tails, so I would be cautious. But yes, I'd agree. It's something to look for.
Sounds like something to do.
Plus, yeah, also dusk is going there, so two birds, one stone.
Well, standing around doesn't make results, so let's make it happen. How do we find OnScan?
That is a good question.
That is a very good question.
All right. Let's see. I don't have it prepared. Let's go.
I can't believe this, but I haven't seen him in. Oh man, that's a lot of years. Last time I remember seeing him, he went to some pocket dimension somewhere and then waited for the end of times. That doesn't seem right.
We're gonna have to disrupt his waiting if that's the case.
I guess.
Do you really want to disrupt some guy uh who was described as a cognizant, omnipotent being? Like, I feel like that's not some guy we should disturb out of nowhere.
Sia, you might be right, but we don't exactly have any other leads for how to approach Ezekiel's goal. Nor do we have any other real thing to do now. I guess unless you'd like to relax and become gardeners for a while. I guess we could also track down your Assassin's Guild and send you off to that.
I think it's more of a, yeah, it's a organization called as Arcadia. They told me that they're they'll be the ones who find if something's happen.
An assassin's group. You joined an assassin's group. You're part of them now?
Yes, technically yes.
V's gonna look in a different direction. I see. I'm sure they'll find you on a nice dark night where they can blend in with the shadows underneath the window.
Maybe. Or they'll like find me at a tavern with a nice drink and smiles in hand. Who knows?
Probably. Some people have no subtlety at all. Forgive me for my scathing remarks. I have had the pleasure of meeting quite a few groups of assassins. I've never heard of Arcadia, though. Do you know much about them?
No, other than that they reside in a pretty big city. Actually, no, never mind. Yes, I do. They reside in Darkton, or that's where at least I met them. And yeah.
An assassin's group in Darkton. I'm sorry, I'm not questioning your intelligence, but are you sure you can trust a group of people that originated in Darkton of all places?
I think I can trust an assassin's group who has newly recruited me after killing my father. I don't think they have any reason to kill me as of yet, so yeah, that I can trust.
I suppose that makes sense. I'm not necessarily worried that they're going to kill you per se, but the intentions of such a people are dubious at best.
They seem like nice people. All the ones I met anyways.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
Hmm.
sure. Right then. Well, if we're out of leads and our goal is to find Onscan, I do believe I know a few places that he might be, but we'll have to step backwards a little bit. We're not going to be able to just walk up to him now. I don't suppose any of you get time sick.
Can't say I've ever gotten time sick, so.
I don't
I guess we
understand the
could find
concept
out.
of time sick.
It's like jet lag. Is jet lag a thing? I don't
Ezekiel's
know.
gonna start flipping through his book and opening up his scroll. Time sick, time sick, time sick.
Time sick. The phenomena known as time sick happens to those that do not possess the ability to manage time or change time in any way, but have it done to them in one way or another.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad.
It's just some vomiting and mild headaches, but that only really happened when I went really far. We could just take a short jump, maybe like 1,000 years or so. Really, things didn't change for OnScan until recently, so if my knowledge of his history is correct, we should be able to just take a brief jaunt back in time.
V, I would like to very briefly remind you that to most of us, 1,000 years is not a short amount of time.
You have a point. Well, how about this? I'll make it a little easier. We could just go back. Oh God! All right, I'll level with you. We need to go back at least 500 years, probably more than that. Probably pre-collapse at earliest, because if we go after that, then we are going to be looking for a very small brick in a very bloody haystack. And that's not going to go well.
I'm sure we can go wherever you need to go. Let's just do it. Let's just make it happen.
Sure. All right, but first, I suppose everyone's prepared and no one needs to grab anything from anywhere.
I think I've got everything.
We travel light, or we're very efficient rather.
I appreciate that quality in an adventuring party. People who travel with a large set of bags of heavy gear are quite cumbersome. Very well, come over here and we'll see if I can still do this for a group this large.
Alright, we doing this?
I think so.
Leave so.
Alright. Tell me when.
Can you take me? Oh God, what year was it that I went and visited OnScan before Jeb showed up? What year was that?
The first time you ever saw Onskin?
No, the time when I went to visit him when he was a brick, but I had time traveled back. Like one of the second or third time I think it was.
Okay. So that would be 500 and I think 504 years ago.
So 4 years before the collapse. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Can they handle more than that? I kind of want to go pre-Bimfor, like pre-first meeting, because that makes it a little easier. I don't have to worry about Gem. Gem. Oh God, Gem. Oh God. Can I? How many years was it between Gem dying and the collapse happening? When did she die? I know she died during Closer Than Ever, and the collapse happened not too long after.
I think it was actually a matter of like days.
Like a month long days, or like a week, a couple weeks.
Like 2 weeks ish.
I think I'm gonna try to hit that sweet spot, like after Gem is either occupied or dead, and before the collapse, because I think Gem would be able to detect time travel to periods of time in which she was alive. So V's gonna try to hit that sweet spot if he can.
Okay. You dial it back, and fortunately for you, you're able to make it back then.
So we're now in oh God, is it old Mistport now?
Yeah, so you're in the same place physically, but at a different time. And I believe during that era, Mistport is it's getting rebuilt, but it's still a little shaky.
Do they get the sickness? Do they get the time?
Hold on. No, that's incorrect. Sorry. It's Mistport's fine. And as far as these guys go, I need you to roll me a con save.
I could do that.
Constitution saving throw.
Well, except for Ezekiel. Ezekiel, you're fine.
Oh,
you don't have
okay.
to warn.
Oh, isn't that amazing? Natural 20. First roll of the day, guys.
Was that a nat 20 you said? See ya.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
Okay. So you're good.
15.
Apollo, you're going to feel very ill after that adventure.
Yep, don't like that. Don't mind me getting a little sick over here.
Hello everyone, welcome back to pre-unification wars Mistport. This lovely city was quite the bustling place back in the day, and now here you are back on its streets.
I need a trash can.
Find a trash can.
There's trash cans along the street of Mistport.
I'm gonna go dry heave into a trash can.
Excellent. You do so. While you do that, you want to go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay. I could do much better on perception. 27.
Okay. You're going to see something very red in the trash can.
I guess I'll reach in and grab it.
Okay. You pull up what looks like a polished gemstone, and it's, again, very red. In fact, it almost looks to be glowing, especially when you hold it near the sunlight.
This is not the brick we're looking for.
No. However, it does Wait, hold on. I gotta roll this. Since you picked it up. I'm gonna take 37 psychic damage.
Okay.
It feels like, imagine a spider, but with needles for feet, is walking around on your brain.
Ow.
That's an image.
Do any of us notice this?
I think
You guys would
Apollo is
definitely,
rapidly clutching his head, so...
yeah, I think you would notice Apollo being like, ow, what the fuck? However, all of you guys, what he's holding in his hand doesn't look like any sort of stone or anything. It just looks like a regular old rock. Perhaps it hit him on the head.
I guess Apollo will drop the stone?
All right. Another round, baby. Although this round is a little less severe. That'll be 18 more psychic damage.
He's fucked up by this rock.
Yeah, Apollo's gonna jump back and like draw his guns, and he's like searching frantically for something that's attacking him mentally.
Okay. As you look around, I mean, really, all there is to see is your party, the town around you, and the rock on the ground. This precious stone of sorts.
Can I maybe roll something to understand what the rock is or what's attacking me at all?
Yeah, sure. You can roll me religion, arcana, or medicine, because this medicine is applicable.
Okay, I'll actually go with medicine because I've got a larger bonus there. That's a wisdom roll.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Sick. All right, so whenever you pick this thing up, basically what's happening is like these imagine like tiny like veins kind of things are appearing in your head, like they're growing into your actual system, and then they burst.
What the heck is this?
Don't know.
I don't even know what to do with that. I'm gonna carefully, I guess, lift it up with my bag and store it in my bag.
Okay. With its proximity to you, you're gonna feel that it feels kind of hot almost to the touch. Like not like burn your hands off hot, not like hot metal hot, but like think of like a metal plate sitting in the sun all day hot in the middle of summer.
Okay. Well, I'm comfortable with that. Apollo likes being warm and hot. He's a desert ranger after all.
Yeah.
He's gonna like cock his head sideways a little bit, confused, sort of like look and see if anyone else saw this whole thing go down. Like look at Ezekiel and Sia.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you just saw him like get out of the trash can with a rock. His head hurt, seemingly. He dropped it. He pulled his guns out, and then he picked up this normal ass looking rock with like some clothing and put it in a bag.
I will say, once he's recognized the whole vein thing, the what the heck is this thing was verbally from Apollo. Like he said that aloud.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys heard him say, what the heck is this thing?
The only reason he approached and picked it up so cautiously is because he got no response. Like he just assumed that no one knows what the heck is going on, so he's just gonna move on with his life.
Okay.
He's just gonna silently cast Cure Wounds at level 3 and just do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go cast Cure Wounds too.
Patting him on the shoulders.
Just like they
It's
both
okay, buddy.
do this, not knowing what the other person's doing. They're just like, yeah, I got this. Just all right.
Oh god. All right, so you get cured double.
Yeah, 18 points for you.
Another 20 points.
Got it. Oh man.
He's just gonna V's gonna approvingly nod at Sia.
Guys, this rock hurts. This gemstone right here. And he holds up the thing that appears to be a rock. With the bag, of course.
All right, so you hold it up. To you, it still looks like, the red stone, all polished and nice and fancy. But to everyone else, it's just like this weird ass, just normal rock. The most mundane rock.
Like it's a really pretty gemstone, but it hurts to touch.
That's your definition of a really pretty gemstone?
Well, I mean,
It
look
looks
at the
like a
color.
rock to me.
How many bright red gemstones do you see on a daily basis?
Looks like a pebble you picked up on the sidewalk. See?
What kind of pebbles who polishes a pebble?
Seems to have a different appearance to you. All we see is a normal stone.
Oh. Well, that's even more intriguing, I think. In any case, I felt this thing physically make blood vessels in my head and then explode them, so does not feel nice to touch.
Huh. Maybe you're experiencing some kind of temporal displacement, considering none of us were ill when we got here, and none of us can see the stone.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe we've,
It's hallucinating highly. It's hallucinating psychically damaging objects. A side effect of
Okay, so here's what we're gonna
time
do.
sickness.
Apollo's gonna shove both of his hands deep in his pockets. I'm not gonna touch anything.
Ezekiel, I can actually answer that question for you because you're a researcher. It is not a side effect of time
Okay.
sickness.
Ezekiel is. I'm assuming Apollo, you're planning on having us touch the rock.
Oh, you're welcome to, but I will warn you that it hurts real bad.
I will reach out and poke the rock.
All right,
For
Ezekiel.
just like a tap.
Okay, as you reach out and touch the rock, Ezekiel, you're gonna feel great. It's like a head rush, like a good head rush.
I'm going to fully grab the rock now.
All right. Let me roll this.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's not what you think it is. You gain 39 temp HP.
Woo!
For the remainder of you holding that rock.
Oh, so when I let go, I'll lose it?
Yeah, but every time you pick it back up, I'll have to re-roll that, and that'll be how much temp HP you have when holding it.
Huh. Well, this rock definitely has some effect on me, although it feels positive.
Oh, well, in that case, keep it, because that thing is not positive for me.
Would I be able to identify what kind of thing this is? Maybe with the same check that Apollo made?
You could go ahead and roll me Arcana. I'm gonna ask you to roll me Arcana specifically.
Alright, I got a 26.
26? Fuck yeah. Alright, so you don't know which one this is. Because there's a couple of these. There's exactly, let me tell you how many there are. There's 12 of these. But this is one of, basically, a set of 12. They're like, when the gods all were kind of like, figuring each other out, and like figuring out how the realms interact with each other forever and ever and ever ago. One of the things they did was they made a stone for each of their counterparts, like for the most powerful gods, and each of them had those stones, and it would fuck with them if they tried to fuck with something else. But when the gods' wars happened a couple thousand years ago from where you are in time right now, they were all cast away into the world. And they can have a range of all kinds of different effects based on who picks it up. It's not random, though. There's a reason.
Alright.
And when I say it's not random, I mean like the effect it has on the individual.
This is a incredibly rare stone. It has a unique effect on each individual and any individual who holds it.
Well,
Huh.
it was in a trash can in New Mistport for some reason.
Well, obviously, whoever last held it did not have a good effect.
I forgot, Ezekiel. When you're holding it, it looks like a precious stone again, for you.
Oh, hey, it does look like a precious stone.
Seems almost like a plant.
Yeah, it
Considering
almost feels
the
like it
fear
was
in this
left to
exact
be
year.
found.
I'm gonna hold it out, like offering it to Sia.
Yeah, I touch it.
All right. Oh boy, Sia. I was hoping you were not going to pick this up. You're going to
Okay.
see as. So Sia, I'm gonna roll the damage for this in a hot second, but you're going to see as 2 extra arms break out of Sia, and not in like a they grow out of. No, it's like imagine there's a tinier person within Sia's body that just push their arms through Sia's side.
Mm.
And that is going to cost you the most damage, unfortunately. $46 damage.
Feeling this, I immediately just throw the rock back at Ezekiel and clutch my sides.
Alright. The arms are going to suck themselves back in. But you do still have a gaping wound in your flesh.
This is not a good rock.
I don't have any way of healing you aside from just a straight up medicine check.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself and heal myself.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like that rock, guys. That rock is bad.
Well, I'm the last one. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. Please allow me to touch it next.
Alright. This one's gonna kind of suck too. I actually legitimately hadn't considered V touching this until right now. Okay. V, I'm gonna have to roll damage for this too. Oof. Okay. You're gonna feel as, temporarily, and while you're holding it, all of your vampiric everything is gonna start to drain away, and you're going to become human, and you're going to slowly begin to age.
Oh shit! Oh no!
I'm going to take that back immediately.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Or
What
do I
age
see
did
that?
What age did I just move up to?
Well, considering V has been around a while, let's see. Oh wait, we can first let me roll this. That's 26 damage, and then
26 aging damage.
yeah, aging damage, and then we're gonna see how many years V aged into.
You feel all 26 of those years in your back and joints. Or 26 of that damage, rather.
Oh god.
Holy
You
cow.
have gained 25 years.
So he's now 50?
Unfortunately, it would appear that way.
Oh, why did this happen to me? This just doesn't seem right at all.
Wow, you really are an old man now.
I guess I look how I sound.
You know, this,
Avery, can I cast rewind on myself?
Yeah, you can.
Burn that spell slot.
that seems very worth it.
He's just gonna rewind to being in his 20s.
Okay.
Oh, that is so much better. Worth it.
So why didn't you do that when you lost the other half of your body?
Well, think of it like a class change. I was sort of away from magic at the time. By the time I learned that spell again, it was far too late.
Understandable. We were looking for a brick, weren't we?
Yes, before I changed into an old man and Sia turned into a abomination. We were looking for a brick.
Ezekiel, I think
Also,
it's best
we
you
should
hold
chuck
on to that
stone.
rock.
Also, you're going to notice that a crowd has sort of developed around you as you've been passing this stone around. And they're like, what the fuck is going on with these people?
I'm going to ignore them.
Okay.
I shout out. Oh,
You what?
oh, I shout out. I shout out. I hope this serves as a lesson to everyone. Do not go pick up random rocks in the trash.
I'm sorry.
It
I
certainly
thought,
is an odd lesson.
I thought I'd seen a garnet in the... Yeah, that's on me. That's on me, actually.
They're gonna murmur for a second and like kind of nod to each other and stuff, and then a bunch of kids are gonna start running around looking at trash cans.
I think your lesson had the opposite effect.
No, this is what exactly I had wanted to happen.
Also, I'm sure V remembers where on Scan's brick form is.
Yes, I do. He's hanging on to that information.
Okay.
Well, this place is nice and all, but I believe we need to go a level deeper to the Dark Realm. It should still exist right now, tangibly.
Lead on, old
Hopefully the
man.
collapse didn't make it disappear across time and space. Hey, I heard that.
Well, yes, I did say it aloud.
Mm,
I'm glad
Lead
the
on,
aging
old
hasn't taken
man.
your hearing from you.
Yes, yes, very funny. I don't think old man even begins to describe it.
No, I hadn't thought about it very much because you appear to be almost the same age as me. But you are quite a bit older.
It's not like that makes me any more special than you, or more interesting for that matter. Just means I stuck around longer than I should have.
No, I hadn't considered it previously. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Did it become apparent to you now that I've been affected by some magic rock?
Well, now that the
Aged
danger of
to
you
a
turning into
reasonable
dust and
degree?
blowing away in the wind is past, it's amusing.
You know, that's a very real possibility. It still could happen.
Well, if it happens, I'll eat my words.
Fair enough. Anyway, we're going to the Night Realm.
The Night Realm?
No, the Dark
Damn
Realm.
it. The Night Realm and Dark Realm. They're the same. They're not the same thing. The Dark Realm. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry, Avery.
No, you're good. I just want to be clarified because I was like, you're gonna go to the Night Realm. It's just gonna be fucking broken down shit. All right.
Dark Realm.
To the Dark Realm you head. To the Dark Realm go. Well, actually, go ahead and how does V have a way to travel through the realms still? Or am I blinking?
I thought he was able to. Does my teleport only work through the living room? So I thought I could just use the elevator power. I thought the elevator was capable of going through realms.
No. That's right. I'm sorry.
Thought it was something like the warp drive of the elevator got fried or something, and then I just absorbed it or something like that. I forget what it was.
I'm not even gonna lie. I legitimately completely forgot about that whole plot thread for you, but now I remember. Don't worry, we'll get there. All right, so you head down to the good old Dark Realm. I assume you would like to go to the alley in particular.
Yes.
And there you see a brick, just a red brick amongst all of the other sort of sleek, very polished and very like matte black other stones. And as you appear, the brick is going to say, "Hello! It's been a while."
Indeed. I've brought you something. Does anyone have a lighter by any chance? I seem to have forgotten one.
I've got a tinderbox.
V is going to pull out a. God, what the fuck is this called? I'm just gonna say a blunt. Blunt was what we called it last time. Like very large blunt out of his bag that he seems to have been holding on to, and then place it in front of the brick. Apollo, would you mind?
I'll reach forward and I guess light it.
Sweet, you guys brought gifts. I would give you something in return, but you know, I'm a brick.
Well, this is he. Go ahead, ask what you need to.
Ezekiel, the floor is yours.
If you need a little bit of help, hi, I'm on scan. I created the universe. Well, your universe. And oh, V, if you head to the current era, I'm a brick in the same place again. So just figured you should.
Icarus flew too close to the sun, did we? Very well.
Wait, you know Icarus?
Indeed.
You would know Icarus.
Icarus.
Probably not the same Icarus, no.
Well, I suppose my first question is, are you all-knowing?
I'm all knowing of all things in my domain. Of course.
What exactly entails your domain?
Think of anywhere you've ever been. Think of anywhere you've ever thought of being. That is my domain.
Hmm. Is there anything that you do not know or cannot see?
The future is rocky. The future that doesn't exist yet, of course.
Mm.
Though if you want to ask about the future, destiny would be the way to go for that, if you ask me.
Right.
After all, that's what he does. The future.
Right. So, how did you come by your power?
How did I come by my power? That's an easy one. Well, you see, I started out as a human, then I fought a bunch of dragons, and after I beat all the dragons, I went to see these, like, dudes on a mountain, and they taught me how to yell like a dragon, and it was super cool. And then I was a god.
Really?
No, I'm fucking with you. I have always existed, and have always been this way.
He's a Nepo baby.
No, he's just a dick.
So you just came into existence? Or...
I just was. Is about the best way I can explain it. I know it's hard to understand the concept of just being and then never have been. But if there was something before my existence, I do not remember it. And I have no history or anyone else to tell me of it. So, as far as I know, I just have always been.
Are you saying you were born outside of time
Yes.
and the universe?
Sure, you could think of it that way. As for you, I would imagine you were inquiring about your little incident.
Perhaps.
Have you ever stopped to wonder how that happened to you?
It was an accident from a spell. From a test of a spell. I've been unable to recreate it, however.
How strange that is. After all, when I put down the lines for magic to follow, I don't believe that was a capability of one to make a spell like that. However, regardless of that, you seem to have a blockage of sorts. And not like you might expect. It's not that you're thinking in the wrong direction, it's not that you're out of ideas, but it is that something is blocking those ideas. So you could research for years, for the rest of all eternity. But you can't put it all together. You can't hold all that information in your mind at once, right? There's something stopping you. Not just physically, but mentally.
And what would that be?
Well, it could be a whole host of things. Could be spells someone casts on you, curse someone casts on you, or you could even have something in your head trying to run around and misplace information, move it around. If I had to guess, it probably has something to do with that book. Writing down in that book.
This
After
book?
all, yes, that book. You're trying to catalog everything. It's innocent and fine on its own, but when you're trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve, if you catalog every moment, sometimes you can catalog something that becomes a detriment to you. In the seek of infinite knowledge, it's possible to learn something that prevents you from learning.
Ezekiel will look at his book. I see. Hmm? Who is that? Oh. Alright.
I think it was just Nerd joining back.
Yeah. I see. Thank you for your help.
I'm not done yet. Something
Oh?
else I have to offer you is this. Unless you're able to magically do this, odds are your mind is not capable of being omnipotent, being immortal.
Yes, that is a hurdle that I have considered.
There are even gods in this world that are incapable of holding the amount of information that they come in contact with. After all, you can fill a library with every book in the entire universe. But no matter how long you look through it, you still can't retain all of that information infinitely in your mind. So what ideas do you have for counteracting that?
Well, I've had a handful.
All right.
Although the blockage might also be causing some issues with the solution.
Once you fix the blockage, you'll be able to guide yourself toward understandings not before comprehensive. But once you can comprehend deeper and deeper things and you can understand deeper and deeper, eventually you will inevitably run into the issue of not being able to retain it all.
Are you offering a solution, or in some roundabout way, or is this something you say I need to consider?
Just trying to help.
Mm.
After all, I find you quite interesting. I've never known another mortal, or any mortal, really, who's ever tried to ultimately do what you're trying to do. So I'm inclined to help you. I think it's an interesting idea.
Well, thank you for your help.
Well, of course. I suppose I'm supposed to leave you with some sort of cryptic message or something along those lines, so I'll say this.
That seems to be how these work sometimes.
Yes, exactly. Don't want to kill any themes. So, I'll say this. Ezekiel, man of wisdom and understanding. Fucking... Consider that your wisdom is useful in theory, but it is truly a power once you put it to action. Wahahaha. Was that good? You like that one?
Yeah, that's good enough.
All right. Man. Also, god damn, who brought the chatterbox?
Chatterbox.
Not here now, in the future, in the present era. Questions. Who is this? Where did they go? What are they doing? Why are they doing that?
Can you describe them?
Looks like,
Oh,
know.
I'm gonna guess that's Dusk.
yeah. Questioning.
That sounds like her.
It does.
Tell me,
Okay,
V, would we
tell
wind
me,
up
V.
here? Would we wind up exactly here if you were to send us back to the present?
More or less, unless I missed. Or this alley changes over those times, in which case we could end up in a wall. But, we don't think about that too hard.
Do we have to jump time again? Are we doing that now?
Also, question, how exactly are you a brick here if the Dark Realm ceases to exist and everything in it gets destroyed? Where exactly are you in the present?
Well, you see, in the present, the realm is back. And so once again, I am a brick. However,
You're just a brick on the ground instead of being in an alley?
no, I'm in the alley again.
They made the whole alley for you a second time?
Of course they did. Why wouldn't they?
That's awfully considerate, considering I'm pretty sure there's nothing else there.
Exactly. Although, there was a time in between where I was free again, after all the collapse let me go.
Right. Well, I do apologize if my dear ward has been pestering you. I hope you haven't been too mean to her. Although I'm surprised you didn't, tell her to off herself, considering who she was. I recall you having a very negative disposition towards her previous incarnation.
Indeed, I did, and to some extent still do. However, there's not a whole lot I can do about that right now. So, now I'm just filling her with misinformation. After all, real information is harmful.
Okay, well, that's going to be a nightmare to sort through. Thank you for leaving that on my plate. Whatever.
That is something I've been curious about. I know, me curious, never. But why?
Why what?
I mean, I understand you're the caretaker, but good God. Are you really so optimistic to try that again?
Well, I'd like to believe that there's a difference between me and a power-hungry megalomaniac abusing someone for their own gain. So yes, I suppose I am optimistic, funnily enough. Maybe I haven't been around long enough to become cantankerous as you are.
Well, for all of our sakes, I wish you the best of luck in that endeavor.
You're wishing me the best of luck, and yet you told her misinformation?
Of course, I don't trust her.
What did she even ask you?
Something about the other divines. She's trying to figure out where they are, as if I have any idea.
They aren't just hanging out in their office?
Office? Oh, you mean that picture show? That's not where they really are.
Well, it's not like I wanted to go there anyway, so I figured they wouldn't be.
If there's one
try to
thing,
go there as a fool.
if there's one thing I can always bet on with those bastards, it's that they're doing something, constantly active. They're not one to take an idle role in anything.
No, fair
You
enough.
you must remember, they're not so physical. They don't have to be. They can play games. They can play their entire game within your own mind. They just have to
Right.
wait.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, did you guys hear that?
I didn't hear it. No, I interrupted you by accident. Go ahead, please.
They're not one to take an idle role. You must remember, they're not so physical beings. They can play games from within your mind. They can change what you're seeing. They can change what you thought you saw. Their weakness is that they have to wait. But that's about the best I can offer you. After all, the amount of times they keep me in here and away from their plans, the less I can fuck with them.
Well, I know of a way you can fuck with them. If you're up for it.
Well, you must remember, I'm not exactly identical to them.
I'm sure. No. What I'm asking is you have a particular piece of information that might be useful in making their lives a little bit less ideal. And I'm sure you would appreciate that kind of thing, considering your less than ideal circumstances.
Believe it or not, one of the best ways to fuck with them is to outthink them. Which I know seems not as straightforward when I put it that way, but you must remember, they've come to think in patterns. They've gotten used to patterns. They don't know every move you're going to make, they just know every move you have made. They can't predict everything you can do. They just can predict what they've seen you do.
Then in that case, I have one more question, and I hope you'll all forgive me for talking so much. I do have a habit of talking, and Dusk follows in my example. One more question.
Yes.
The divine that no one's seen. Is it possible that they left this world completely? As in separated? Because if I recall correctly, there's one of you missing, isn't there?
Ha! One of us missing.
Maybe more, but I know of specifically one.
Two of them are missing, and it is possible that they're no longer with us in any capacity. However, it wouldn't be wise for Destiny to take such a harsh and fast action. After all, his true strength is in the numbers he's able to amass. Perhaps if I was a bit more charismatic, it would be the other way around. You wouldn't be fighting against us. Well, you would be, but not for the same reasons. After all I ever wanted to do was have a little fun.
I want to find them. That's my goal. I also want to help the rest of these ones with me. But my goal at this current moment is to find them, or at least what happened to them. I'll make my intention clear. If you're
A good
saying
intention.
that they exist as abstracts, then maybe it's not exactly that they disappeared, but that the abstract that they were based on doesn't exist. As in, it was erased.
Interesting. If you're looking for them, I don't know where they are, but what I can offer you is look in places you would never think to look. Or places, rather, you would never expect them for you to look. And as for these ones, I think they'll be alright. They just need to start putting it together. After all, you can look at a pile of puzzle pieces forever. And sure, for the creative, you can see a hunk of art. But if you want clarity of what it's supposed to be, you have to put the pieces together.
That satisfies all the questions that I want to ask. Do keep in mind, folks, that this is the creator of reality as we know it. So if you have any lingering questions that you'd like answered in a manner that's clear and unclear, I recommend asking it now.
Come on now. I would bite you, but I can't.
No. I still don't like him.
Well, thank you too for creating the universe.
You're not owed thanks for doing your job.
Am I not?
No, you're not.
Interesting. Nothing?
No, if I want to ask a question, I've got someone else I can ask.
Oh, really? Who else could you possibly ask?
I'm sure you can guess.
Oh?
Well, you made him, didn't you? In a roundabout sort of way.
There's many people in this vast world.
Mm-hmm. And you should know the intelligent ones. Can we leave? I don't like this guy. He's a sword thief.
Sword thief! Thank you very much. That was mine before it was his.
He's an Indian giver.
What?
gives and then takes back.
What's an Indian?
Sorry, it's a colloquial term.
Hmm.
You spacefarers and your terminology elude me.
Have you had a chance to listen to your record player yet? Or I suppose I just gave you the record, not the player. That's not very useful, though. We'll figure something out.
I'll give it a listen.
V, I'm a little concerned about this new generation.
You just said we'd
Really?
be alright.
Well, I can see that some of them have a good head on their shoulders, although it appears others might perhaps jump to conclusions a little quickly.
Do you have anything else you're concerned about besides your mild antagonism towards them? I don't hold the same concern as you do.
I do worry about all of you. Believe it or not. Despite the fact I do enjoy subjecting this world to vastly wild things. At least when I did it, it was good-spirited. I fear
believe he already said he wants to leave, and I don't think there's any need to be part of this anymore. Gentlemen, if you'll gather around, I'll take you out of here. Sorry, Onscan, but I am beholden to the wishes of my traveling companions. Another time, I'd be happy to hear you talk about whatever this is.
I certainly can chatter. See you!
Before we leave, as they were all talking, I want to use their distraction of conversation to just get a piece of the wall that Onscan's in.
Okay, a part of the brick he's in particular, or a part of the other wall?
A part, the wall surrounding him.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to break off a little chip of the brick.
Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Alright. Well, if you'd like to return, feel free to do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take them back to the living room.
Are we not going to pick up Dusk?
Pick up Dusk. Pick up my child who is currently interrogating a super being. I suppose we could do that.
She is being fed mountains of misinformation right now.
That's true. I suppose. Only if you want to, though. We don't have to.
I never mind her company. She's kind.
Well, do either of you two mind?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, then I guess Uncle Onscan's babysitting time is over. He's gonna try to go back to the present.
Alright. You head back to the present in the exact place you are. the other two go ahead and roll me those con saves. And while that's happening, Onskin's gonna say, "Oh, hey, look, you're back."
You know, I've
Meanwhile,
had hundreds of years to think about it, and I don't think you're a sword thief anymore.
Aw, thank you. You're gonna see his Dusk has like made her own little like boards and cross threads, and she's actually going a little crazy trying to figure this out.
My con save
So
is
anyway,
Just
15.
as
mention
I
what
was
the boards
saying,
look like.
as I was saying, Dusk, it all goes back to spoons. Gotta think of the spoons.
My con save is another 15.
Youch. Yeah, you're sick
I
again.
got a 6 with me.
You are also sick. The spoons, Dusk. The spoons. You can see as she like starts hanging up pictures of spoons, trying to figure out how they connect to anything in any way.
Are you going to get your dog?
Dusk, honey, how long have you been here?
She's gonna turn back to look at you. Since I left?
Uh-huh. And what fascinating insights are you pinning up on that board right now? I think that's a picture of a spoon.
Indeed it is. Onscan has been explaining to me the shape of our reality.
The shape of our reality. Really?
Yes. He says it's the only way to really understand the current events is to understand the full and entire history.
I mean, that's not too bad. What does the spoon have to do with that?
He said when he created our reality, he made it take the shape of a spoon.
As opposed to what? A cube? What?
I don't know why. It seems ridiculous, but if it's true, it needs to be understood.
Well, I hate to tell you, but it's not true. Pretty sure he's just feeding you whatever comes to mind. Sorry, my dear, I think this veritable gold mine of information is not exactly the best place.
She's gonna look at the brick, look at you, and kind of look back at the brick. Her hands clenched in a tight fist. And after that, she's gonna like reach up and touch one of the threads that she's been working with, and all of the other threads and pictures and boards and everything are they're just gonna like dissolve.
Right. Well, I can see you did your best. Good job, I suppose.
Dusk,
You definitely chased him down.
do you always have that board with you, Dusk?
Do I always have what?
That board you were pinning things to. Do you always have that with you?
Oh, I can materialize things.
That's really cool.
Onscan is gonna like, yeah, great.
Well, at least she's got a good attitude.
I I don't know. I mean, I just tried to use it responsibly.
I think you would really like my sister.
Hmm.
Anyway, do we have places to be? Do we have anywhere to be?
Not really. I don't anyway.
Ezekiel, do you have any direction or magnitude?
Was that a fucking... Is that a Despicable Me reference?
Yes.
Vector...
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, I believe I have an idea of where I can go.
Okay.
God, I swear. I had one thing, the ability to make things. And then, of course, they had to make a being that could outdo me.
They?
Yes, they. Her? As in she?
Yes, I mean, who? They who?
Who would want to create something for their own ability that could do exactly what I would do, making me irrelevant to them?
So you're trying to say that she is a counter to you?
You could say that. Or a replacement, but yeah.
And
I
your
can't believe
argument is that
you-
she was made by the divines. Am I reading that correctly?
Who else would that... Yes. Have you not noticed how badly they want to get their hands on her?
Oh, I've noticed.
Get my hands on me. What?
I wouldn't worry about it, dear. There's just some very bad people who want to do some very dumb things. Nothing more to it than that. Also, if you meet anyone with a name that starts with, like, Destiny or Time or something, just run away. Teleport to a different dimension, if preferable. Just run.
Sorry. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
He said that if you meet anyone with a name like Destiny or Time or something, just teleport to a nearby dimension. Just run.
Okay. Hmm. Well, at least, you taught her to be weary.
I think the word you're looking for is wary, not weary. I didn't teach her to be tired. Taught her to be careful of her surroundings.
Cautious. Without being cautious of things, especially deception, well, it's pretty easy to be convinced of things that are not true. But I mean, what is it that they could offer that would not be true? They could promise her anything, and they could make it so. No desire unfulfilled, nothing.
A
Those are
promise
things
that
that-
takes no effort to fulfill is not a promise that's worth anything.
Agreed.
That's all.
After all, they couldn't promise me anything because I could also do the same. And unlike her, I was aware and around the whole time. I had no context missing. I didn't have to dodge deception. She does.
Yep. And you choose to also deceive her for some reason. I think we're better off finding our own way. I don't believe you have anything else particularly suited to this situation to add. As I said moments ago, I believe we're done here. Ezekiel, where is it that you want to go? I'll take you anywhere.
Well, I think I just need to spend time reading through my book again. Try to find whatever information it was that's keeping me away from my goals.
So you specifically need downtime.
I think so.
Sounds like we're going back to Missport.
Hopefully there's no lingering effects from traveling realms. Let's go back.
All right,
We will take them back to New Misport.
you head back to New Misport. There it is, shiny and beautiful, waiting for you. The fog has fully rolled in now. And it is, it's kind of cold, actually.
Oh, Ezekiel, do you still have that gem?
Hmm?
That gem that we picked
Oh,
up. Do you still
yes.
have it?
This. Oh, yes. I'm gonna take it out of my pocket that I was keeping it in.
When you pull it out, it no longer is red, it is purple.
Oh.
Does it appear like a normal stone to anyone not holding it still?
No, everyone that's held it can still see that it's a polished gem, but now it's
Oh.
purple.
Okay. Well, that's different.
Purple. I wonder something. This is going to sound really stupid, but Ezekiel, could you perhaps, you know the sound that a feline makes, like a common house cat? Would you humor me for a second and make that sound into the stone?
Why?
The last time I saw the color purple, at least in a magical sense, was when the sky turned that color and a minuscule being caused a lot of issues. That being was a cat. Just meow into the rock.
He's gonna like slowly bring it to his mouth with a skeptical look on his face. Meow.
As you meow at the rock, nothing happens.
Well, it was worth a shot. Another precious memory to add to the table.
Does anything different happen when Ezekiel touches the rock, or same thing?
Well, actually, fun fact, yeah. The rock does have a different effect since it's changed color. Ezekiel.
Uh-oh.
The rock. The rock. Oh. You no longer understand any language. Written, spoken.
Eh?
You feeling okay there? Ezekiel?
Dohibe,
Ball? What the ball?
Etru,
Um,
Dornimus, Doritis.
Wait, I'm assuming that because I can't understand, I also can't speak any known language.
Right. It effectively reduces your speech capabilities to a caveman.
Oh, oh, ball.
were you hit on the head? Are you feeling okay? Apollo's like
Oh,
gesturing
ball,
towards his
ball,
body.
ball.
Ezekiel seems perfectly physically fine.
Ball.
Oh,
Ball.
I did. Wait, Ezekiel, I did forget the upside to this because there is an upside. You are now the greatest mathematician to exist currently.
Oh.
So, like, any numbers, math makes perfect sense to you.
Oh, ball.
Uh,
You know, I don't see any change. He seems like he's fine.
Oh, ball.
why is this happening to him?
What? Wait, can I write out numbers at least?
Yeah, you can write out numbers perfectly.
Click, solve pi.
Yeah.
Solve for all the digits of pi.
You'll just gonna like turn to like a nearby chalkboard and just start like writing out these complex formulas. He's just gonna keep doing that as he's just writing all this shit out.
Wait, so aren't numbers a part of language? So he's just writing like incomprehensible nonsense on the board. He's writing the most advanced math formula that no one can read it.
Yes. Yeah, no, this is like beyond Einstein's capabilities levels of math. He's doing math that doesn't even exist yet. He can like accurately accurately write down like the exact. He's like Doctor Strange right now.
V, have you ever seen this with somebody that's time traveled with you?
I don't think it's the time travel. Look at the stone in his hand.
Can we tell that the stone is doing this to him?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's not a lot of other factors that have changed.
Apollo's going to slowly reach to the stone, like obviously trying to take it. Like he doesn't want to sneak it from Ezekiel.
Wall.
I think this is messing with your head, man.
Wall.
Is Ezekiel like trying to keep it from Apollo?
Ezekiel isn't even looking at the chalkboard anymore, where he's still just scribbling shit onto the board. And he's just looking Apollo dead in the eye.
I'm gonna take this now. Gonna.
Oh, Ezekiel's still gonna hold on to it as he's trying to grab it. Oh.
V, I can't communicate with him.
Oh no, I'm having a great time watching this. Keep trying, keep trying.
Oh, okay.
Just take the stone, Apollo.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Apollo's he's just going to take the stone. He's just going to take it.
Is Ezekiel going to fight this?
Ezekiel's gonna try to like resist as and try to keep holding on to it with one hand as his other hand scribbles away.
Apollo, you grab a hold of this and you're both holding it at the same time, and like you're trying to wrench it away from him, but like his grip on it, he's got like a death grip on it.
He's too strong.
You could try pointing a gun at him. He might understand that.
I don't want to point a gun at my friend. He's
The best
he's got
part is,
very good grip from years of riding, I suppose.
You don't
God.
have to pull the trigger. You just have to, you
Bro,
know,
he didn't even
make
try.
him go.
the best part about this is he can't understand anything you're telling him either. He's just like, oh,
You know, or you could just try disabling a few things and going from there.
I don't like the way you said disabling things about my friend.
That's
I mean,
not
you saw.
what I
I had both
meant.
hands on the rock. I was pulling with all my might. He's just got really good grip.
Well,
Would you like an enhance ability? I can cast that for you.
I
Might give
mean,
you a little bit extra strength.
I'm not sure strength is what it seems like his grip is just too strong to overcome. I mean, you can try by all means. I'm sure you're stronger than
No,
I am.
I'm not strong. I am not very strong. Sorry to disappoint you, but my skills are other areas. I guess I could just cast Chain Lightning. He would probably give up after that, right?
Please try not to hurt him. I'm sure there are other things we can try.
Fair enough.
I love
See any ideas?
perfectly in my mind. This conversation is happening where, like, Apollo is on one side of Ezekiel, and V is on the other side, and in between them is his arm scribbling on the thing. Apollo's got like both his hands on this fucking stone, trying to wrench it away from his hands, and C is just like in the background watching this shit.
I've been trying to angle how well I can get the chalk off of his hands.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
I'm gonna take the chalk from his hand.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
My internet is killing me. I'm going to first take the chalk from Ezekiel.
Okay, so you're gonna like put your hand to grab the chalk away from Ezekiel, and I think you're fast enough to kind of slip it away from him. But while you do that, it causes him to kind of like make an off mark. And Ezekiel, when you see that, all of a sudden, that's like it makes even more sense with that off scribble.
oh,
God.
Ezekiel is gonna get like super close, start studying the mark. Oh,
Now that he's a bit distracted, can I wrench this stone away from him?
I'm gonna let him and you guys roll me a contest of strength.
that's an 11.
Just a straight up strength check. 18.
Yes.
Hmm.
Damn.
Oh, it's almost. I understand. Wait. No. No, it was right there.
He's speaking again.
He is
He's just
speaking
gonna like
again.
power down the chain lightning that he was in the middle of casting.
I will freely give
Like,
this
try to
back
pretend
to
like he
you.
wasn't preparing schematic.
I will freely
No.
give this back to you, but I need you to understand that when you hold it, you cannot understand what we're saying, and we cannot understand you. You can have it. I just needed you to know.
Oh yeah, I
that
figured that
information.
out like immediately.
Oh my god.
It was pretty obvious.
Well, it wasn't obvious to us that you understood that information.
Apollo, since you're holding that. Oh, brother. Okay.
That's right.
You're gonna see as Apollo straight up before your eyes starts to turn into a stone statue, holding this thing.
Uh
Like
this
from
feels
the
Gonna-
very familiar.
up. This is very familiar.
Apollo, I think
No. Hear me out. Throw a fireball at me.
Hey, some people are into that sort of thing.
That's a
That's
joke.
not
Somebody
cool.
take this
That's
stupid rock.
The whole statue thing.
I'm
That's
gonna
okay.
take the rock out of wah.
God
No,
damn
I
it.
take it.
He's
I
gonna help
think-
Sia take it away from Ezekiel before he
I take
accidentally
it from Ezekiel.
gonna like slap his hand out of the way.
Guys, I think that stone just hates me.
Alright, so Apollo, you're gonna stop turning to stone, and Sia and V are gonna, like, as he's taking it away from Apollo, are also gonna wrench it away from him. And so now I imagine it's between V and Sia. So I don't know if either of you are holding it in particularly.
And if it's okay with you, I'll hold it. Or if you want to, you can be the first one to hold
he
it.
will kind of just like once he stopped Ezekiel, we'll just let Sia hold it.
Okay, I hold it now.
Alright, Sia. Sia, when you hold it, seemingly nothing happens. Although for those of you that are a little more observant, you're going to notice that, well, the ground Sia is standing on is no longer stone.
What is it?
It is now plant matter. And when I say plant matter, I don't say that to be unspecific, but I mean to be like, it's not necessarily like the bark of a tree or like anything in particular, but it's like like you know like a fresh growing part of a tree, you know, like the part that's still kind of green,
Mm-hmm.
like that. The stone, everything underneath Sia's feet, immediately under his feet, are going to start to take that form.
That gives me ideas.
Well,
This
isn't
this
that
man is-
neat?
That's not so bad. It's not very good for maintaining a home or so many other things, but it's at least not actively killing you.
Maybe the ground is poisonous. Or
Please.
maybe it isn't, but you know.
Please no.
V, do you want to hold the weird ass stone?
Well, considering the last time I almost went into retirement, I might as well. If he's gonna touch it briefly.
All right. When you just touch it briefly, you're gonna have a little bit of a head rush, and that's it.
A what? A wow, what?
Like a head rush.
What the fuck is a head rush? What?
A rush in your head.
Like
What does that mean?
I don't know how to describe.
Imagine
Like,
like
you
a
know when
shot of
adrenaline-
adrenaline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never heard that expression before.
but that's assuming you only touched it and you're not holding it, because that's what happens when you just touch it.
I mean, I guess I'll hold it. I didn't say I was going to.
All right. When you hold it, you are going to feel very strong. While you're holding this, go ahead and I don't know, give yourself like a plus 100 to all strength stuff.
Wow. I'm just so powerful right now. Hooray.
Yeah, I think you should hold on to that.
I don't think so. I think the plant thing is more interesting.
Yeah, okay, it
Yeah,
seems
that's-
that way, but like, what if we're? I like Sia a lot. I would like to have Sia in my home sometimes, and I would not like for my hardwood floors to become that.
Well, I should specify, when C is not holding the thing, it returns to whatever form it was before.
Oh,
So let's just make sure we've got it straight. in this era, the abilities that the stone grants are some kind of asinine scribbling, whatever the fuck just happened to you, Apollo, that I forget, and Sia turns things into plants, and I get very strong.
I have beef with the stone. It either wants to kill me or kill me.
Dumb. We should have just left this stone in the trash can.
I should have. Yeah, I should have.
It's not too late to chuck it in the city sewer.
Hey, it's up to you guys what happens to it. Just keep it away from me.
There's no reason to not keep it red. As long as we don't let Apollo touch the rock, it's okay.
Just so you know, like, if you guys don't want the effects to happen to you, and you still want to carry it around with you, you can, like, put it in a bag or something. And it's not affecting you
And-
anymore.
And that too, as you heard from the mysterious voice in the sky.
What'd you say, Sia?
Seal was just
Okay.
reaffirming that if we don't want the effects, we can just carry it in a bag.
I don't suppose you have a Tupperware container to put that thing into, do you?
Actually, I do have an empty flask you can drop it in.
Good idea. Here, let's put this away. I don't want to hold it.
Alright. You were able to contain the gemstone.
You know, if we need to crunch any numbers, or if the answer to your omnipotence question ends up being mathematical, that will be very handy for you, Ezekiel.
Can you even read what you wrote on the wall over there?
I'm gonna look over at the board. No.
Yeah, no.
Understanding.
It's chicken scratch. Right. Well, even if he does solve it, I don't think he's going to be able to understand it.
But what if he can, I don't want to say activate, but initiate it while he can understand his math?
Fair enough. It's worth keeping around for that, I suppose.
Especially if the answer it spits out being
Well-
ends up being something simple like 37.
37? 37 is your key to omnipotence?
It might be. I don't
I
make the
suppose you think
rules.
the meaning of life is 42? That makes no sense. But honestly, there's more incomprehensible things that have happened.
You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. We'll figure it out. Whatever it is.
Ah, yes, Rome. Wasn't that just a great civilization?
Yeah. Didn't end
I
poorly
believe
at
it
all.
was built in 3 days by a society of people that cropped up overnight. Yes, I remember. I was there actually.
Oh yeah?
Well, I was around at the time anyway. The Roman Empire. All the way up at the tip of the Great Sands. What an amazing settlement that was, with a long and rich history.
I don't think I've ever heard you
Forgive
laugh.
me. Well, I am somewhat still alive, so it might happen occasionally, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Okay.
Anyway, Ezekiel, I believe you have some notes you wanted to go look through.
Yes, I do.
Ezekiel, fuck yeah. Alright. So, how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna hop to Ezekiel, going over notes, and then I'm gonna hop to you guys wherever you guys want to be, if you want to be anywhere. Alright, Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at your notes with some fresh eyes, they're still the same. They're definitely still the same notes. I mean, everything is as you've written it and as you've experienced it. But as you kind of go through the pages, I'm gonna have to ask you to roll me a intelligence save.
Intelligence saving throw. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So we'll keep that one on the back burner, and then I'm gonna have to ask you to roll 2 more. The second one with disadvantage, and the third one with double disadvantage.
2 more intelligence saving throws.
Correct. First one with disadvantage, then the next one with double disadvantage.
All right. Well, that's an 11. Nat 1
Okay.
for an 11.
Alright.
And then another disadvantage, which is another nat 1, and regardless of what I get, it's not going to be any better. So I got 2 nat 1s there.
Alright. Well, let's see. So, as you begin to go over this, you start to, like, focus in, and it almost seems like you're noticing, like, weird patterns. Like, almost like a crossword kind of thing in your own notes that you haven't even really noticed that you were spelling out. However, as you're, like, trying to find them, you start to kind of lose them again.
Well, I'm just gonna keep diving into this. I gotta figure this out.
Keep on. Alright. As you keep on searching through, you'll notice on one page there will be some words that are, like, weirdly, like, you know what you've been using to write on them. Like, you know nothing you've done has changed. But you'll notice some of the letters are, like, just barely a shade darker or lighter, or, like, maybe tinted a little bit a different color from other letters.
Can I make a note of these letters?
You sure can.
Hmm. And what are the letters exactly?
Oh god. Hold on real quick.
All right.
Okay. I have to look into a dear old friend of mine from the good old days. A real old friend, like so old. So give me a second while I'll be back.
All right.
Okay, that took forever, but you should have it now, Ezekiel.
Alright. Oh, yep, I see the DM. All right. Those certainly are letters.
They sure are.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming I'll have to figure out how to unscramble those.
I'm afraid so, partner.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you want to go to the others while I try to figure this out.
Okay. Alright, others. What are you guys doing? Others.
Who's up first?
I don't know. If you guys wanted to go your separate ways, do other things, or if you wanted to be together, it's up to you.
I think Apollo's going to try to call Confrey again. He still has no confirmation that his sister's actually safe.
I see. Confrey's gonna answer the phone. Hello.
Hey, where have you been?
I'm busy.
What do you mean busy? I don't know if you've forgotten this, but you took my sister with you.
I am painfully aware. Couldn't forget it if I wanted to.
Okay, so could I get an update on that?
Well, I'll let you know how she is when I find her.
What do you mean find her?
Apollo, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
You are one of the single-handedly most powerful wizards to ever walk the earth. I need a little bit of explanation here.
Well, I would have come and told you myself if I had the capabilities to.
Can you elaborate? I need details.
Okay. Well, you see, I am currently, incapable of casting spells. I don't know what happened. Some sort of strange rift occurred, and when that happened, well, a strange man seemed to show up out of nowhere, beat me and Fauna near senseless, well, to the point of unconsciousness. And now we are both tied upside down in a cave.
Excuse me?
You'll hear Fauna. Yeah.
Where? Do you know where you are? Do you know what cave you're in?
Well, what I thought was the safest place, Ictaland. It should be on one of the sea-facing exterior island.
I'm on my way. With that, Apollo's going to try to find V.
What's Sia doing?
What is Sia doing? Sia, are you here with us now?
Yes, hello.
What are you up to?
I think if Ezekiel is up for it, I want to help him.
Mm-hmm.
If he allows it, if not, that's fine.
I
'Cause
would
you-
accept the help. I'm currently reorganizing all the letters into alphabetical order just to see what I'm working with.
Um, you like you have a sentence and need to rearrange everything.
I have. I don't know if Avery's purposely split them up into words.
not so much.
No? Okay. Yeah, I figured.
So, can I have what it is you're looking at? Or...
Oh.
Yeah, give me a. Or Avery, do you just want to send it to him as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, I can send it to him.
Those are a bunch of letters.
They
Mhm.
sure are. Those are some letters arranged in an order. So if you guys want to do that for a second, we'll hop back to Apollo looking for feet.
No, the last question is it a word? Are the letters arranged so it's a specific word, or it's like those are all the letters we need to make our own sentence?
It's not. It is a sentence. I'll give you that much. It's the arrangement of the word, like as they are right now, is not in any way an indicator to how they're supposed to be arranged, though.
So it could just be not the letters we need. Could be a Caesar cipher as well.
Hmm.
So,
Well, Dusk, since we're in a city, you want some. Oh god, looking children. Ice cream? Do they have that here? Do you want some ice cream?
I'd love some ice cream.
Great, let's wander around until we find a good place.
All right. After a little bit of wandering, you can see what seems to be a little ice cream shop ran by an elf woman with about 12 children that may be hers. Hard to tell. They're all elves, but they're all like running around wreaking havoc while she's trying to run this parlor.
They're all elves?
Yeah.
He's just gonna like attempt a friendly wave and approach.
She'll wave back at you.
Hello. I can see that you are a bit busy, but I was hoping to get some ice cream for me and my daughter here.
Oh, of course. No problem at all. What flavor would you like?
Oh no. I can't remember any flavors. I'm sorry, you'll have to give me a minute. It's been like 50 years since I've had one of these. Dusk. Dusk, you're more familiar with this than me. What kind of ice creams are there?
Uh, I, I mean, I guess strawberry. I think
Strawberry? What?
maybe. I don't know.
Um, um,
If you'd like, I could go over them with you.
please do.
Yes. Well, we have, of course, chocolate, which is quite a favorite with most children. We have vanilla, and we have strawberry. I told you strawberry.
That's a real thing. They really put strawberries into it. How? Do they milk a pink cow? I don't understand. I understand the whole chocolate thing and the vanilla and the different colors of cow, but there's no pink ones as far as I know.
Well, I'd like to tell you, my family's secrets of making ice cream have been passed down for generations. If I were to tell you how it's made, well, she like looks up at you with like a sinister grin.
Truly, this era has some sort of sorcery that I've never figured out. I have been away for far too long. Very well. We'll both have the chocolate then. I don't trust this suspicious strawberry flavor that you have.
Hmm. Of course. Will that be 1 scoop or 2?
Is that a trick question? Is there a right answer to this? How much is in a scoop? How much does each scoop cost?
The second scoop's free, it's on the house. But a third, that's gonna cost you.
I thought you could only get 1 or 2 scoops. Now you're changing things. Stop giving me so many options. Dusk, how much ice cream can you eat?
I think 1 scoop would be good. 1 scoop. Classic.
Why are you saying it in such a low tone of voice? Are you hiding something?
No, I just take great pride in what I do. She like pulls out what is clearly like a sharpened ice cream scoop.
What the fuck? What?
And like at the same time she goes in for the scoop with the other hand, she pulls out the cone and like flips it in her hand and throws the scoop onto it. That'll be 1 copper.
Give her 2 coppers and just try and get another one of the same.
Okay. She'll do the other one the exact same way, and then she'll like pull out a paper towel and start like very expertly polishing this ice cream scooper, and she'll kind of look up at you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
I have a fine day yourself, miss.
I will.
V's gonna lean down to Dusk and whisper, as soon as you turn around, run. Do not look back. Just run.
she's gonna do exactly as instructed.
As soon as dusk gets clear of the road, he's just gonna sprint out of there. He's just gonna fucking dip. He's just running out of there. Just gonna sprint out of there like across the city. Run for like multiple miles.
Now that you have procured your ice cream and you're walking down the street once you have effectively traversed the city away from danger, Dusk is gonna kind of look up at you and smile.
I'm glad to see you again. When you went off to see Onscan, I thought you might be gone for a while.
And so did I.
Suppose not. But we're among friends now, so maybe it'll be good to get out, experience the world a little bit. Realm
think
hopping is one thing. Speaking of which, I get the feeling Apollo will be showing up here soon. So you might want to make quick work of that ice cream if you plan on getting involved.
Right. She's gonna start munching down on the ice cream, and like, I think maybe 5 minutes later, Apollo kind of runs up on you.
I think as Apollo approaches, this is easily the most angry you've ever seen him. He's visually seething.
Hey there, Apollo. What's the matter?
What's the fastest you can get me to Icterland?
Just walk with me and we'll be there in a second.
He'll start walking with you, and he'll start to basically give you at least the information he has about what's going down.
I don't know how much information you impart in like the second it takes to teleport. Well, we're gonna go there.
All right.
Take me there, DM man. I'm
I take you
teleporting.
there. I don't imagine you had enough time for Apollo to really relay enough to kind of give you any specific location, so you're gonna kind of appear near where the prophecy things are in Icterland, and you're going to notice that big stone that had all the prophecies on it has gotten taller and taller as more prophecies have appeared.
Apollo's just gonna head towards the nearest sound of water. He's trying to find water.
Okay. You start to make your way towards the big stone, like kind of polished beach, and you're going to see across the stretch of ocean, there's a cave.
Yeah, that's where he's going.
So you jump in the water, start swimming that way. But as you're swimming that way, the sort of current and how it runs here is going to start pulling you counterclockwise around this island and away from the one you were swimming towards.
Okay, I'm gonna swim under the current.
All right. Are you swimming eyes closed, eyes open?
Eyes open.
Okay. So you swim down, you can kind of see that the current is kind of pushing stuff away, and you're able to swim under it. And once you're that deep down, you're gonna realize that, like, the island in the center tapers off like a normal island, but these ones are just like straight up, like cliffs coming out of the bottom of the sea, rising all the way up into these mountains. And while you're down there, you are going to see what appears to be Dot, like scaling part of this mountain underwater.
I'm gonna swim down to him, and I guess rest on his shoulders, kind of ride him back up. And while I'm riding him, I'm gonna ask what he's doing here.
Okay. While he's kind of taking you up, he's going to reply, "This is where the dragon left."
Iktar, right?
Yes.
He's buried now. I went to see him recently.
I see. You're going to notice there's some solemnness kind of hangs, as Dot did not know that.
If you'd like, I can take you to where he's buried.
No, I have much work to attend here.
I came here with a friend. I don't think he swam after me. I didn't really have time to tell him what I was doing here. But if you need help with that work, I should be free after I roll a couple heads.
It's okay. It's peaceful doing it. And about that time, he's gonna, kind of have gotten near the cave, and he's gonna continue climbing up the mountain.
Okay, well, if you need anything, you know where I am. I'm not sure how you'll reach me, but I'm sure you'll find a way.
I'll see you when you return.
And I'm gonna go in the cave.
Alright. As you step in the cave, you're going to notice it's relatively small, and Confrey and Fauna are not upside down, hanging or anything like that. No, they're still beaten and bloodied on the ground.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna run up and immediately. Are they tied?
They are not.
Can I do like a medicine check to see if they're capable of walking?
They are unconscious, but you can definitely roll me that medicine check, and when you're doing Confrey, roll me a investigation check.
Okay. It's a 23 for the medicine check, and then Confrey's investigation is 19.
Okay. So as far as medicine goes, it seems as though they could recover in time, but they're in a very bad state right now. There's no way they're walking out of here. And as far as your investigation goes, Confrey's phone is not on him.
Crap. Is V still standing on like the opposite shore?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run out and like wave
I'd
hands
imagine-
to get his attention.
Quick question.
Unless he follows.
Quick question. Shape water, the cantrip. It says you can freeze like a small bit of water. Can I just cast shape water to just freeze the little spots beneath my feet and just walk over the surface of the
Yeah.
water?
Yeah, you can do that.
I think B's just gonna make his way over there. What's the matter?
Where do I even start? Person that I sent my sister with to be protected, was assaulted. They're in there, bloodied right now. Both of them. I called earlier. I thought one of them picked up. They did not. They don't have it on them. Oh my god. My sister's not here. They're too hurt to walk out of here. Apollo's going to pick up his phone and immediately call Confrey's phone again.
Hello?
Who's this?
Your dear old friend Pomfrey, of course. Who else would it be?
Apollo's like racking his brain. He doesn't know who this could be. You do a heck of an impression.
Of course I do. You have something, or rather someone, I want very badly.
I don't have anything.
I have
of
someone
anybody's.
you want. I wasn't finished. You have something I want very badly. I have something you want very badly. I think we could help each other, if you're interested.
What do you want? I've put this call on speaker so that V can hear.
I want the cause.
I don't
What
have
else
any
would I
cores.
want? You don't. But you know who does.
Two things.
Sorry, is this voice not working very well? How about this? I can be anybody you want me to be. Make you feel a little more comfortable about the situation.
Okay, two things. One, for you to know that kind of information, you have to have been very close to me. You could have taken the cores yourself at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And two, the person that has the cores, and you should know this yourself, doesn't care a lick about my sister.
I have a very strong feeling he cares about you.
You might want to check your gut reactions because I don't think you're right about that one. Now, where's my sister?
With me.
I need a location.
Why? So you can come and kill me?
That would be a good start, but I'm more concerned about my sister's safety than your death.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. She's of no use to me dead. Or injured. Listen. I left those two alive.
V, I have no idea.
You
what
just
to
want
do.
the cores, right? You just want the cores. That's all.
Of course.
Aren't you just dying to get your hands on them?
I'd certainly appreciate it.
I'll give them to you. You can have them.
Really.
Really. Where do you want me to bring them to?
A little place I'm sure you'll remember well. I know I
There's a
do.
lot of places.
The docks and Missport. You know the ones.
Seriously? Sure, I know them well because I was there one time.
You remember them, don't you?
You trying to strike up a personal accord with me?
I already have one.
I'm sure you do. I don't remember anyone that has to do with docks and Mistport.
Right. Well, leave them there. The next morning, she'll be there.
Okay.
Alright. Be seeing you. He'll hang up.
Apollo is still stood there, just holding the phone.
You ready?
Ready for... Oh, yeah. Well, we gotta get them back to town, right?
Well, that and we need to, leave the cores out in the middle of the road for some guy.
You can tell Apollo isn't quite processing this information right now.
Let's just focus on making sure your friends don't die for the moment. V's going to use up his very limited lay on hands pool for the two people there. Give them both 5 HP because that's the extent of his healing power.
Okay. Confrey's gonna, like, shakily and very painstakingly lift up his head to see that Apollo's here, and he's gonna look Apollo dead in the eyes, and he's going to say, "It was invisible."
Invisible.
Before laying his head back down.
Invisible? I don't know any invisible enemies. He called me old friend.
I mean, it just seems like some no-name fellow trying to stir up trouble. Don't worry. I'll help you out.
I think Apollo will just start lifting Fauna and getting ready to teleport back.
I don't think V is going to be able to lift Confrey. I don't know how much Confrey weighs, but he's just going to touch Confrey's back and then touch Apollo and jump back over to Missport.
Okay. Once you jump back over to Missport, you'll see as everything seems pretty much the same, just as you left it. Dusk is definitely looking a little distressed by all this.
Sorry, my dear. Just had to step out for a moment. Apollo, I suggest we take these two to a clinic.
There's a medical bay in the tower.
Or that will do.
Well, there's a medical bay in the tower, but I don't think anybody works there, right?
Oh, it's probably not staffed. I can.
But there is.
watch over them.
There is a clinic in town. There's a few of them, actually.
Okay,
Wink,
we can,
wonk.
We can take them to a clinic.
Alright.
Let's take him to that clinic.
Yeah. Don't worry. I was already
the
going.
brand affiliated one.
Zoe, every time I get to bring up a clinic in this game, I swear to God, clinics just don't come up. They just don't come up that often. You take them to the Rhodes Island clinic in town. Honestly, in New Missport, I would imagine it's not even just a clinic necessarily. I would imagine it's practically a hospital.
Rhodes Island
Looks like the
1.
branch office. Looks like the branch office out here got a little bigger than I remember. Good for them.
As you near the door, one of the people is gonna be like, they're gonna double take you, and on the second take, their eyes are gonna be way bigger, and they're just gonna like start opening doors, calling people over.
Daedalus is kind
You
of
can tell-
catatonic through the whole process.
Well, I say that to mention that's not a mention because like I don't think V would have these people in such a way where that's like they're like, oh god, it's V. I think it would be more the state that these two are in. And they're going to get them from you, put them on stretchers, and start running them up to rooms.
I think once they're finally out of Dallas's hands, he's just going to kind of stand there and stare at whatever door they disappeared behind.
Okay. Also, goddamn, I got him to say Daedalus again. Oof.
That's the headspace he's in for real.
It's just Daedalus. He's not even Apollo. He's Daedalus.
He's in the same exact headspace as when he saw Dawn become Kishta.
Oh no.
Well, in that case, I think V would recognize this look.
You are giving me one hell of a case of deja vu. I have definitely seen that face before.
I sent them away. I sent them to whatever did that.
Granted. However, I believe we have another person to save.
I sent her to that.
Now?
Whatever did this to them has her. She's just a kid.
Right. Okay, look. I'm going to level with you. Yes, they're in danger, but if you act swiftly, I do believe no harm will come to her. I need you to pay as much attention as you can. I have a plan to help you get your sister back. Going to need a bit of improvisation, given I don't know who we're fighting against, but I need you to pull yourself together, if only for a moment. There will be time to beat up on yourself later. For now, we have to save your sister. Do you understand me?
Yeah. We should get Ezekiel and Sia as well.
Right. Grab them. I'll meet you at the dock. I'm going to find a quiet place to drop the cores off.
Alright. Speaking of Ezekiel and Sia, hey guys.
So I have no idea how to decode this.
You have not. Oh,
I have put this in. I've searched for like word letter descramblers. There is not a single coherent sentence that I can make out of this.
Okay, let me help you.
Same.
Actually, you know what? Honestly, I kind of feel bad because this is. I'm gonna give this one to you. I was really hoping that you guys were just gonna cheat and do this way faster. I'm sorry.
I also put it through a code descrambler, so.
Oh gosh. It's in English. It says, "Nice try. Look again, idiot."
Oh. Okay.
Oh, we have to change it, even the words. Okay.
Don't worry, Ezekiel. We'll don't worry. There's more. I genuinely thought that was gonna be way faster. I'm sorry. I thought that was gonna be done. Like, well.
Who wrote that on your book? Why is there a scrambling?
Well, so that's what you were able to make up of the off-colored letters all kind of put together. But you still have the crossword thing to try and work out.
Oh yeah, that's 100% what it says. All right. Why didn't the word scrambler get that right? It just gave you
Oh.
like this one super long word and then like two short words for every single possible option.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
it's not. That's not how word scramblers normally work, because you need to put it in the right. Put all the letters in the same word, and the letters were all scrambled together. Let me.
It was an anagram.
It was an anagram, but none of the anagram solvers could solve it apparently.
Avery's just
I
the
have
master
created
of making
great-
puzzles.
I have created the greatest anagram. The unsolvable anagram.
I think I guess for some reason the anagram solvers don't try to look for multiple words.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Also, that's a lot more words than I thought there would be in this.
Same. I was like 4 or 5.
But yes. I think after a little bit, I think you guys would figure that out pretty quickly. So I don't want that to take up all your time.
Ezekiel has a higher intelligence score than I do, so.
Yeah. Okay. To save a little bit of time, I'm gonna say 2 of the crosswords you're able to kind of figure out pretty quickly, and they both seem to be spells, but spells you're unfamiliar with, Ezekiel.
Where did these come from?
I don't know. It's because again, it's just like jumbled in with all of your normal like if you read it, it still says exactly what you wrote down. It's just somehow when you were doing that, the order in which you wrote it down accidentally wrote some strange spell. Well, two strange spells, should clarify.
Interesting.
What language is this Ezekiel and Sia speak?
Ezekiel speaks Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Primordial.
If it's written, I can read any language.
Okay. Well, so this is Abyssal. So this is Abyssal that's been translated from Common to Abyssal, then basically like weirdly to Common again. But you know how like translations can kind of fuck up when you do that, so it's not as obvious. Like I don't know if you've ever like done the thing where you like translate the same sentence through multiple different languages and it comes out at the end and it's like kind of almost the same thing. That's effectively what has happened here, and you can tell that the spell definitely has roots. It is an abyssal spell of some kind. And you know that Abyssal, from your research, you would know Abyssal is a language spoken in 2 places. One would be people related to the Void somehow, and demons. Although not just like your run-of-the-mill everyday demons, like important demons, specifically. And I think while you're trying to figure out what demonic spell this could be is about when I think Apollo would probably make his way in.
Oh, there you
The
guys are.
stage is yours.
Something happened. I think Apollo would just give them the quickest possible rundown and let them know that V is waiting to meet up with them. and then he'll wait till they're good and ready to go.
Okay.
So what's up?
Well, my sister's been taken by some invisible force.
Okay. Oh, thank God.
The whatever took them wants the cores, and I guess V is trying to trade the cores for her. I'm not sure. He says he has a plan.
Well, dude, are we really going to trade the course for you? I do want to get your sister back, but are we actually giving the course away, or is it like a trap?
I don't know what V's planning. He wanted to wait to explain the plan until we're all together.
Well, I guess we should go then, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Let me. Oh God, how am I gonna find this? I have something I gotta grab for V real quick. This might take me a hot second here. God, it's gonna take forever. Damn it. Okay, figured this out. Zoe, why have I known you for so long? Good Christ. Tell you what, you know you've known a guy for a long ass time when it takes you almost this long to find one message. I have to scroll literally to like the first DMs we've ever had. God. I don't know what the keyword would be right now. Fuck. Come on. This is a lot of work for a little reward, but I'm doing it. Doing it.
Lamau XD.
Come on.
I'm gonna walk to the laundry room and get me some snackies.
You looking for a name there?
No, I would have the name in my notes, dear friend.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Fuck it. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you're gonna find this message. Ugh. On a very reminiscent, familiar building at the dock. And over it is going to be what almost looks like a small mural of, let me grab the image. Small mural of this child. Also, it looks like we lost Sia.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Sorry. Probably very loud where I am. Sorry.
What was the message?
Alright. It's under. It's in. I sent it to Zoe's DMs, but
Oh.
you'll be able to see it once you get there.
Please hold on for just a minute while I change my laundry over.
All right. We can take a break and wait for Sia too.
Damn, Walsh, how you been, bro?
We are going to take a small break, if that is okay.
Yeah, you doing good? How you been? Actually got it this time, yeah. Trying to find a fucking dryer that actually fucking works. Those shits are broken. None of these fucking dryers work worth a damn. Ugh. First time we went to DC? Hello.
Hello.
Okay, good. Had to do a mic check. I'm about to eat some unhealthy shit from the vending machine. Like a true gamer. Oh yeah, honey bun? Yeah, yeah. You get down on honey bun. And Rice Krispie. Yes. Damn, that's just solid. Just heard that thing thud. Man, there are so many drunk people outside on a fucking Friday night you guys would not believe. It's like living in the world's worst fraternity with none of the benefits. Seems he was unsuccessful in fixing his thing.
That's all right. We're coming up on the end of the session anyway.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. So as far as like what you find here, B, is you see that mural with that text written under it.
Well, that's a lovely callback. This is going to be troublesome, isn't it?
I think Dusk is going to kind of look back and forth at it and kind of really think about it. Obviously, these things don't mean a whole lot to her as she's not really met Artemis, and obviously she doesn't know what that message is for.
I don't think V has ever met Artemis, so that character art doesn't make too much impact. I don't know who that is. I assume that's Artemis.
Yeah.
V also doesn't know that, so he just has no fucking idea.
And I would imagine the other three would probably be on their way around this time. Also, Ezekiel, I'm gonna be sending you more little puzzles.
Oh, boy.
Ideally not unsolvable fucking anagrams, apparently. But I'll be sending you more puzzles.
All right.
And you have those abyssal spells to research. That'll be
Mm-hmm.
icy. But yeah. Paul, is Ike with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I was just double checking because you guys are also gonna run up on the mural with the text underneath it. Let me grab that text and I'm gonna send it to each of you in DMs rather than in the server because reasons. There you go. I'm sorry, Jason. That's this needs to be sneakersy.
What about me? Sad face emoji, crying tears.
Also, by the way, I don't know if nobody's ever called me out on this, and so I'm gonna address it before they can. The N I place between the S and the E in secret is intentional. Because it's
Sneaking it?
funnier to say sneakret, as in sneak, because it's funny.
That's dumb. You're dumb. You're stupid.
You're right. You're right. But you're
I
a
said
hack
that on
too.
the stream. There's a stream going. It will forever be remembered that I said you're dumb on a
That's
stream.
that. Listen, that's true. But you're also a hack, so you know we're even.
Okay, I'm about to say some things that shouldn't be recorded. Cut the stream, Mike. Cut the
Bro
stream.
called you a fishless hack for real.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it now.
Gotta wait for the session to end.
Cut it out. I'll do it. No.
I thought the session's over.
Well, I'm about to end the session once you guys, kind of get over there and say whatever you want to say, if you want to say anything at all.
I don't think Apollo's very verbal right now.
Okay. Ezekiel?
Hey.
Any parting words? Hey. All right.
Hey. Yeah. That's our parting words. Just hey.
Hey.
Yep.
Hey. And that's where I'm going to call this session. Thank you all very much for coming to A New Way Home Revised.
Woohoo.
All right. The session's over now. Turn the video off. Turn it off.
Oh.
This
Hey, Avery, you want to talk about